Marcus Theaters. We'd like to welcome you here today at our wonderful Palace Cinema grand opening.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Sun Prairie. We're finally here. It's been a lengthy journey. I remember numerous meetings over the years to get here. I think it's been about, Neil, maybe correct me, it's been about 8 years, I believe. He's a big nod from Neil, great thank you. 8 years, it's been a long journey. We're finally here, and with this facility, we hope to be here for another 20 to 30 years. The facility that down the street that we operate called Eastgate is now 32 years old, and that's been a long journey for us. I have a number of thank yous. Jeff will start out with those, and we'll move through our program. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to start out with a big thank you to our food and beverage team here, led by Mr. Scott Purcell and Mark Grimes, for all the beverages and the food that we've had to share today. Thank you very much. I know a lot of work has gone into that. I hope you very much enjoyed it. We have a couple other thank yous that we want to make here before we get into the heart of the presentation. And there's so many people that were involved in creating this beautiful space. I'd like to start with our architect, Tiki Architects, Mike Cummings, and his team have done an incredible job in transforming this from a drawing to what you're seeing here today. So thank you very much, Mike, for everything that you and your team have done. I'd also like to give a big shout out to our general contractor, Tri-North Builders. They've been partners for ours for many, many years and have built, I don't know, you know better than I do, Mark, but 40, 50 plus theaters. So thank you very much, Tom Thayer. A special call out to Joel Stanzer. Joel is the superintendent on this project, and this guy worked tirelessly. I think he made it here tonight. So Joel, if you did, Joel, raise your hand, because we really much appreciate everything you've done. Steve, I'm sorry. I was thinking your dad. We got a funny story about that coming up as well. So thank you so much, Steve, and your entire team, and for everything you guys have done. So thank you.
Now speaking of the project down the street, the Eastgate Theater, it's been here for 32 years. Tri-North Builders, that was their first project for Marcus Theaters, and they built that theater back and opened it in December of 1983. And the superintendent on that project was a fiery young guy who did a heck of a job getting that building done. His name was Joel Stanzer, and he was the job superintendent at Eastgate, and now his son Steve is the job superintendent for this facility. So from father to son, a great story, and a great job, Steve, on getting this facility done. Thank you for 32 years of leadership for Tri-North Builders and building probably 250 or more building projects for Marcus Theaters, remodels, reconstructions, conversions, new refreshment plants, new lobbies, etc., new buildings, a whole lot of projects for Marcus Theaters. So Tom Thayer, thank you very much. Now I have a number of other thank yous from the area and the community. First, from the Prairie Lakes developers, Ron Fedler, Chad Fedler, and Jerry Conry. Thank you. From the city of Sun Prairie, current Mayor Paul Esser, former Mayor John Freund, and former Mayor John Murray. Thank you all very much. The entire City Council, with special thanks to Mary Polinsky, Russell Fossbender, and former Councilman Zach Weber. Thank you all very, very much. And staffers from the community, I'd like to thank Ron Krugler, Tim Simon, and Neil Schechtschulte, the Economic Development Director. Thank you. And all the other engineering staff, traffic staff, staff and all the other engineers over at the City of Sun Prairie. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much. But more importantly, for your warm welcome applause into the Sun Prairie community. And hope you're enjoying yourselves at this time. We'd like to introduce our president, Mr. Rolando D. Rodriguez.
Hello there. How's everybody doing? Oh, come on. You got to do better than that. Are you having fun yet? The drinks must be working by now, right? Well, I can't tell you how excited we are to have all of you here. This is just an amazing project. And before I make a couple of comments, I'm blessed to have an amazing team that surrounds me each and every day, as I'm sure many of you here do. So I may just take a minute to really thank not only Mark and Jeff, who happen to be my right and left arm, and keep me on track. But in addition to that, as you can see, all of this doesn't happen by just one individual or just a couple of individuals. It's a multitude of support that happens through the course of our organization. And so, you have folks, leaders like Ann Stadler and Mary Rhonda, who are leading our efforts in the marketing and communication, to Kim Lewick, who's leading our information technology, and Brian Lemons, all of these wonderful screens that you see here in the amazing work that they completed in a short period of time. To really a very special individual, Doug Pellet, who's around here somewhere, and he's the gentleman responsible for working with Trinor and getting the construction and development done in this wonderful facility. Food and beverage you've heard from Jeff about, but then we also have a special gentleman in Rob Novak who laid out our concession operations. And then we have wonderful partners like Pepsi, who happens to be here, and very glad to see that they have an entire team that joined us today, including Mike and Sandy. And by the way, those fires, there's 24 of them in the entire country. We have 4 of them here in this theater, just so you guys understand the kind of partnership that we have. So again, there's so many people to thank, but more importantly from our company, it's not just the team from the theater side, it's the folks that embrace us and support us from the corporate team side. And we've been blessed that actually we have our CFO with us, Doug Nice, who's back there. And we also have our general counsel, Tom, with us. And then frankly, we have our leader from the hotel division that's joined us today, Joe. Thank you for coming out. We really appreciate having you here. So again, a lot of folks and a lot of work, and so I'm sure I'm forgetting a bunch of other folks that have done a lot of great work for us, and we really appreciate getting us here. More importantly, we're backed up by an amazing family and leadership of 3 generations that got us here. And by the way, when we say got us here, is because in this particular location, the great thing about this location is that it embraces amazing amenities that this company has been developing for years. And so here in this particular facility, the celebratory aspect of being a part of Sun Prairie is that we bring them all under one roof, including a fire pit. I have to get used to that one. I'm a Southern boy, so you have to work with me on this one. But look at this wonderful Take 5. When you experience our Ceferos Express, when you experience our big screen bistros, when you experience our large screen formats and our Dream Loungers, think about this. The first theater where we introduced the Ultra Screen DLX was in the sister city in Madison, Wisconsin at our Point Theater. And here we're introducing what we believe is the flagship theater of our company, our newest flagship theater in the company, here in this sister city of Sun Prairie. So the way I like to say it is, you have 2 great cities that enjoy great basketball, great football, right? But more importantly, the best movie-going experience in the United States.